Let's talk about teeth and oral health as it relates to the Voynich manuscript. If you're new here,
My name's Doran Jane Deppish Harold, and I've been successfully translating the Voynich manuscript for over a year now through Irish. I'm the first person to do so in like 100 years, which is pretty crazy.
so definitely follow along and definitely follow along on Substack. There's actually a corresponding article that I've posted on Substack about this right now. And I'm going to be talking about concentration, both in terms of balsams and concentration of elements for medicinal purposes, but also the concentration of language and the concentration of images in the Voynich. So, as we know, as I've talked about previously in several different articles, there's a magnification and an exaggeration of the images in the Voynich. And this is to consolidate information into one page. It's very economical and it's very efficient. So some people think that they look like magical, mysterious plants, but in fact, they're just plants that are depicting the entire lifespan of the plant. Similarly, the language communicates several different ideas with just one word, with just one sentence. So, for example, the instructions for medicinal application will also sometimes be describing loosely the preparation of the materials themselves or the plant life itself. In Irish, there are a lot of overlaps in terms of the natural world and our own bodies, so this is done really effortlessly. For example, like we see in English, the uvula is also described as mouthball. In fact, that word uvula is an Irish word. I had no idea. Mouthball or like an apple, mouth apple.
We're going to be looking at 102R.
And this word that's right next to the root, it reads atha, which is a prefix for space of time, and dedak, which is the word for dental or toothed. And you can see the root looks like it has a bunch of sprouted plants that look kind of like teeth. So the root itself is mirroring the problem that is going to be addressed. This is also incredibly ingenious and economical in terms of the actual vellum. The person wanted to use the vellum and make the most of it, make the most of the life of the cow that went into the paper. Like a balsam, like an extract or a concentration, this person was using language in a really efficient, beautiful, economic, poetic, and logical way. This blows my mind, like every time. It just blows my mind. The word that appears to the left inside of the little container is a word that is a concentration of several different words in terms of phonetics. And it's the word for separation or partition. It's the word for flame, fire, which is associated with stabbing pain. It's associated with facial neuralgia. So we already have a word that is associated with medical things. And the last word that it connotes is rheumatics and rheumatism. And this is a direct translation phonetically. I have instructions on how to read and translate the text on my YouTube. It takes time, but I swear it's worth it. So I'm going to be reading the first paragraph, but I'm going to be including all of the homonyms and possibilities, so it'll sound like a lot, and it is, but you can sort of weed out what I'm talking about. It's not word salad, it's the opposite of word salad. There's so much meaning that you have to kind of detract a little bit. And yeah, I definitely recommend reading along on Substack as well, just because there are a few notes that I won't get into. I also recommend looking up the search results as they exist, because a couple of really interesting things came up that I wasn't expecting. So, a balsam is an extract or resin that's derived from the barks of tree, which we see on the page, or it can be derived from roots as well. So, the first paragraph of 100R with all of the homonyms and possibilities reads pure or full-blooded balsam, or the word related specifically for Tuline or balsam of Toulouse, sheet, little expectation, little blossom, solidly based, generous, hideous, powerful, daily, fiery, little consuming, drinking your tongue, little flattened object, little triad, drizzle water, captive water, possible connotation of person with prominent teeth here, see search below, set set about a little garbadine or dressing, wound dressing, a word that is poetic for teeth or tooth, far from sun, deep inset, tuft, small ridge of tissue, dabbing with a vat of liquid, happening, and a word that is similar to thysonate. I would recommend looking that up. Up in higher place, south, hauling, under interior of wall, root motion permittedly from sprouts, protuberance, pointed part, allowing weeping, streaming, or steaming or streaming. Gargling, aril. Aril is the word for the fleshy cap around a yew seed, and it literally looks just like a wisdom tooth coming in. I recommend looking it up. But the word gargling, the word aril, and little drink under uvula, mouth, which is technically mouthball or knot or tress, natural twist. Water under the middle globular object, swivel, immersed water. I feel wiser. I don't know about you.
Follow along for more.